for the last 5 minutes of this session, I'd like to ask Michael Hess from Emporia Research to come to the stage. He's going to give us a quick talk on embracing reality in B2B market research, the challenges, the opportunities, and the imperative of verification. So, Michael, please come to the stage.
Awesome, thank you very much. Hi everyone, my name's Michael, and in this very short session, I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of verification in B2B market research, what challenges we've seen, what distinctions we've made, and what leaning into verification can really mean for you and your organization. We'll cover the biggest challenges in B2B research, key considerations between consumer studies and B2B studies, why the stakes are so much higher in B2B market research, and the distinction between self-reported data and maybe third-party verified data. Super quickly, so you can understand where I'm coming from, I'm one of the co-founders of a technology company called Emporia. We offer a suite of B2B research solutions from multi-methodology recruitment and verification to study management and insights generation. Our founding team has held technical roles at companies like Goldman Sachs and Amazon and Marriott International, and we have the privilege of supporting quite a few of the remarkable brands and agencies here this week on their B2B work. Okay, so consumer studies versus B2B. On the consumer side of things, generally speaking, you're dealing with low-cost, now pretty turnkey solutions that yield higher end sizes and quicker turnaround times. On the other hand, in B2B work, the focus is much more on smaller calculated sample sizes. You have more complex recruitment strategies. You're maybe blending multiple partners. And unfortunately, because incentives are often 50 to 100 times higher than consumer comparatively, you're inviting quite a bit more fraud and bad actors into your studies. So all that's to say the stakes are pretty high in B2B market research. As I mentioned, the incentives or cost per complete, rather, of B2B studies can be 50 to 100 times higher, and sample sizes, generally speaking, are 5 times lower. So even just a small percentage of low-quality data can really mean the difference between informed insights and bad ones. So how can we make sure that every response counts? Let's maybe start with the 2 biggest pain points in B2B market research, which are access to the rights in many times very nuanced audiences, and data quality and verification. If you don't have the first, second is kind of a non-starter, so maybe let's focus on the former. The 2 most prevalent types of fraud in research, and for sure B2B, are bots and click farms, which can flood traffic to your surveys with low-quality data. But luckily, nowadays, you have platforms anti-fraud platforms like Research Defender, for example, that can catch some of those bad actors. But on the other side, you have misrepresentation, which misrepresentation might be participants, oftentimes professional panelists, who enter your survey and aren't exactly who they say that they are, but are real people, but are a bit more subtly deceptive. And so that's a problem that's a bit more difficult to solve than just identifying if someone is a real person and maybe in the right target geo that you're looking for. It really requires verifying that they are who they say they are from a professional sense, especially in B2B work. And the root of that problem, we believe, is really a distinction between self-reported data that's supplied by panelists on sign-up, and third-party verified data, things like corporate domain mapping, LinkedIn OAuth, industry certifying bodies to really verify that someone is the type of professional or is the professional that you think that is entering your study. We're seeing agencies really lean into verification for a renewed sense of credibility and positioning verification as a renewed competitive edge. And on the brand side, we're seeing brands ask more and more questions about verification and how their participants are being verified. But at the end of the day, I think we can all agree this is something that's really positive because it just means faster, more reliable insights and confidence in our data. And that's all I've got for my 5 minutes here, but if you enjoyed any of the visuals in this presentations, every single one of them was generated with AI using Midjourney, and giving another 5-minute short session tomorrow, all on the practical tools that we're using every day to increase creative output, improve efficiency, and so on. So don't want to miss that tomorrow at 10 in the morning, but otherwise, thanks so much for listening, and please come say hello and reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.